Previously on Smart Mobility Today, we looked at news about EVs and auto industry changes, the future of gas stations, air mobility, space exploration, and solar power. This week's stories cover the ongoing turmoil in the auto industry, while innovations on AVs, EVs, area vehicles, and robotics continues. Also, more about space junk and the future of broadband.
You've got something to say, and we can help you say it. Detroit Media Productions is here for your audio, photography, and video needs. DetroitMediaProductions.com.
Hi, this is Cindy Polakowski. Ford Motor Company announced that about 400 workers in Metro Detroit have been laid off due to the United Auto Workers strike. The company is asserting that this is not a lockout, but a consequence of strike activity at the company's Chicago assembly plant, where production parts would normally be shipped. The move occurred the day after Ford made its seventh offer to the UAW, and a month after Ford temporarily laid off 600 workers due to the strike. Meanwhile, General Motors says it has secured a $6 billion line of credit as it prepares itself for more UAW strike announcements. GM says they have already lost $200 million in the third quarter due to the strike, and according to the company's CFO, Paul Jacobson, the line of credit was secured due to the UAW leadership messaging that indicates the strike will last for months. As the strike continues, its impact on GM expands and now includes parts and distribution facilities nationwide, and recently a crossover plant in mid-Michigan. While the union management struggle continues, there is a parallel conflict to be aware of. This week, the European Union said that it has sufficient evidence of illegal EV car subsidies in China. European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen announced that Brussels has started an anti-subsidy investigation. The action, which gives the EU 13 months to act, could result in duties placed on Chinese imports across Europe and has the potential of kicking off an international trade war.
Looking for better ways to manage your IT, phone systems, or remote workforce? Improve your organization using technology that works for you. psntechnology.com.
South Korean automakers Kia, Hyundai, and Genesis have announced that their EVs purchased in the United States will have Tesla-style charging ports, beginning at the end of 2024. The announcement has these automakers joining companies like Ford, General Motors, Mercedes-Benz, Nissan, and Honda, all pledging to switch to Tesla's North American charging standard. Hyundai will also provide adapters so that owners of older Hyundai models will be compatible with the Tesla-style chargers. As a group, Hyundai, Kia, and Genesis, all part of the same parent company, is the second largest seller of EVs in the U.S., with Tesla in first place. To put it in perspective, the three brands collectively sold 37,800 EVs in the first half of 2023. Tesla was almost 10 times that in the same 6-month period. LG Energy Solutions and Toyota announced a partnership to ramp up battery production for EVs, and it means a $3 billion investment in Michigan. The investment is in a Holland, Michigan plant that will build new production lines for battery cells and components. And while LG works with a variety of automakers, these components are being developed exclusively for use by Toyota. President and CEO of Toyota North America, Ted Ogawa, said that the company's goal is to, quote, reduce carbon emissions as much as possible, as fast as possible. Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer applauded the investment that includes completing construction of a $1.7 billion expansion to its Holland plant. Joby Aviation has expanded its flight test program to include flying with a pilot on board the aircraft. 4 members of Joby's flight test team have now piloted flights on board pre-production prototype aircraft. The tests were conducted at the company's pilot production facility in Marina, California. Concurrent flight testing is also happening at the Edwards Air Force Base with U.S. Air Force pilots. Test pilots assess the ease of conducting tasks and maneuvers that include vertical takeoffs, accelerating, and transitioning to forward flight, runway centerline tracking, and decelerating to a vertical landing on a landing pad. If the results are positive, they will support the company's ongoing work, including a role with the Department of Defense. Until now, Joby's flight testing has been piloted remotely from a ground control station, allowing for the collection of data about aircraft performance in a variety of conditions. Just a few years ago, cars topped with a futuristic roof-mounted system could regularly be seen cruising Pittsburgh streets, testing AV technology. In fact, just a few blocks from my office in the Detroit area, Argo AI vehicles were a common sight as they tested Ford AVs. Both locally and in Pittsburgh, where the company is headquartered, those sightings are no more. But this is a shift, not a stop. Self-driving truck technology is in development, and testing for safety, efficiency, and accuracy is important as ever. The former passenger AV startup has now launched Stack AV and is partnering with Pittsburgh-based Aurora Innovation, which raised $820 million in funding. Plans include the commercial launch of a new AV truck technology in 2024. We will be right back.
I'm ready. That's fine. I'm ready.
We will be right back.
I can give it a go. Presenting.
I did.
Okay, so
That's why it makes no sense. Okay.
With the largest gig network in the country, Comcast Business has the technology solutions to future-proof your network.
For the first time ever, the U.S. government has levied a fine for littering space. The Federal Communications Commission has fined Dish Network $150,000 because the company failed to move an old satellite out of the way of other operating satellites. The culprit was the EchoStar 7. According to the FCC, the satellite in question posed a risk to other satellites orbiting at its current altitude. Previously orbiting 22,000 miles above the Earth, Dish was supposed to move it 186 miles further out and ran out of fuel after only 76 miles. They say that 6G is coming. Experts predict the new networks to be anywhere from 10 to 1,000 times faster than today's 5G. That speed difference could mean faster connections and fewer delays. If, as expected, the mobile experience with 6G will outperform the top-of-the-line home Wi-Fi router, then other innovations are possible. Better tools for a remote workforce, better communication between autonomous vehicles, your mobile phone acting as a router. And I love this one, no dead spots anywhere, globally. Although 6G will bring untold access and advances, we will not see 6G available to the public until 2030. A company called Agility Robotics is planning to mass-produce robots and use other robots to build them. The first robot to be built will be named Digit, with 2 arms and 2 legs and no fingers. The machine will work alongside humans in a, quote, RoboFab facility. This first-of-its-kind 70,000 square foot building will be able to produce 10,000 Digit robots annually. According to the company, Digit can perform tasks too repetitive or dangerous for human workers. This development means reduced injuries, less burnout, and a chance for humans to be more human. 500 of those humans will be employed inside the plant, doing only what a human can.
Read these stories and more at globalautomobility.com and subscribe to Smart Mobility Today on your favorite podcast platform. Sign up to receive our weekly newsletter and follow us on social media at Smart Mobility Today. Produced by Detroit Media Productions, this is Smart Mobility Today.